Hi guys. Happy day 29. I'm back, baby. Bet you thought I wasn't gonna come back. I did. I came back. I'm here. I'm present. I showed up. I am showing up. There's so much to do. I got so much to do. And you know what? What a privilege. I'm so excited that I get to do all these things. What we're going to be focusing on today for day 29 to finish this challenge up is getting my shit together. Getting my shit together. Call me crazy, but she needed it. She needed it. Yes, I was sick. I have been sick 2 times in the last 2 months, and I'm tired of it. And you know what? We're not going to have it anymore. So, starting this new year off, finishing this challenge, we are doing day 29, getting our shit together. The biggest thing for getting your shit together is evaluating where you are. And we all know this. We know this. We know this. So, let's do some evaluation, shall we? Step 1, what is that? A time audit. We got to audit our time. So I'm going to go through my phone and I'm going to see what my screen time is like, because you better believe that's where the dirty stuff is. Yeah. You know, I was so good for a little bit, but then I fell off the wagon, wasn't doing my exercises, wasn't holding myself accountable, wasn't exercising that willpower. And you know what? I slipped, and that's okay. You know what? It's not ideal. Don't get me wrong. But that's life. And you know what is most important is getting back up on that horse and trying again. So we're trying again. So number 1 is time audit. We're going to look at our phone usage and we're going to write down from memory what my schedule has been, what it no longer will be. Number 2, we're reinstating our mission. What is our driving force? Who is Elaine? What is the vision? What is our purpose? What is the target? Focusing in on the target. What is our aim? What is my mission? That's number 2, which I'm going to do by writing down 3 ideals to work towards. And number 3 for this evaluation is setting up deadlines and a reward system for reaching the deadlines. I'm not doing punishments for not reaching the deadlines, but what I am doing is rewarding heavily for reaching those deadlines. So it almost feels like kind of a punishment because you don't get the reward if you don't do the deadline. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? It makes sense. We're working. We're building momentum. We're going. Okay, so let's break this down, shall we? She did her homework. You know what? I'm serious. I'm serious about this. This is stuff that I know I need to do, that I know I need to work on, that I know and want to put my attention and energy on. I get mad at myself when I slip up, and I get frustrated because I know I'm so much more capable than scrolling on my phone for hours out of the day. I can produce things. I can create things. I can change the world. I can help fix things. I can help people. I can do things. And so this is why I need to get my shit together. So number 1, time audit. Time audit, phone usage. Dun, 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 dun. Oh boy. I was on my phone for 4 hours and 20 minutes. And I know the whole time I wasn't actively scrolling, but that's way too much time. That's way too much time. That's, from my calculations, that's 31% of my awake time during the day was on my phone. No wonder I felt like I was running out of time. What the hell? 31%? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a time audit right there. Also, I wrote down from memory, my day schedule has been like, what it will no longer be like. So as you can see from the schedule, I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't getting stuff done. And granted, I do want to give myself a little bit of grace because 1, it was the holidays, traveling. I obviously got sick. I hurt my back. These things happen, right? But now that I'm starting to feel better, I'm in my own apartment again, and I am in control of this. I want to build myself back up to what I know I can be and to so much more. So we're doing that, and that's what this is for. And that's why this schedule I wrote out is the old schedule. No longer. I'm kind of loving the idea of choosing the perspective that this is already over. That it's almost like when people who are sober that no longer drink say, oh, I am sober, I don't drink, instead of saying, I'm trying not to drink, saying, I don't drink, this is no longer my schedule. That's not my schedule anymore. That was my schedule, but it's not me now. Because from this day forward, we're changing our behavior because that's the power I have. Love it. Thinking big. Number 2, reinstating the mission. This is the vision board that I have created for this year. Beautiful vibes to it. And that's because I curated it. So I've taken 3 key elements that I really want to focus my time and attention on over the course of this next year and specifically this next month. And I've written out a plan on how I'm going to tackle that. And that will be through my deadline/reward system. So my missions, my 3 top missions are 1, finishing the first draft of my book. This is super serious because I have a dream of publishing this book, getting a publishing contract in June. So we're on a time schedule, baby. TikTok. We got approximately, that's when I need it. And I need it. I need it. 1, finishing the first draft of my book, because next month I am setting up a writer's group with myself and some friends that I have here to edit the book. So it is important that I have something to edit. Not saying that I don't already. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm already like 75, maybe 80% of the way through this book, but I'm not done. I'm not done. And I got to finish this first draft. That's an important thing. And so my focus for January, you can't see at the top of my calendar, is finish the first draft. Not perfect, but written. Not perfect, but written. You know, we're not shooting for perfection. We're shooting for done. We're shooting for done. Number 2 of ideal mission, focus, aim, target is health, prioritizing diet and movement. I think specifically with me being sick and also hurting my back and just feeling very sedentary and not good, it's really drawn my attention to how I perform better when I feel better. And when I feel better, I am moving my body. I'm eating healthy. I'm doing all these things that make me feel good. And then I produce good things. And I feel like it all kind of balance on itself. Reinstating my mission. Number 3 is mindset. This is really big. I feel like this is something that's always been missing from my routine so far, but I really think that this is super important to keep my focus, to keep my aim, to keep my alignment on what I want. So I've put different things like Post-it notes and notes to myself around my room that say stuff like become obsessed with what you're working on, become obsessed with your power, focus on your creation. A quitter never wins, a winner never quits. Stuff like this, because I'm so close to this finish line with the book, of the first draft at least, and I really want to just drill it into my subconscious that there is no other avenue. We are finishing it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is happening. This is the person I'm becoming. I am not giving myself an out. There is no out. There is forward. So yeah, that's number 3. Number 3 on this mission of the plan to get my together is setting up a deadline/reward system. Deadlines, I have found, have been extremely helpful in allowing me to continually focus my attention on what I want to get done. I'm trying to now utilize that mindset, that mentality, that system. I am creating these deadlines to reinforce this behavior of, you have a deadline today. You need to do this. You have a deadline today. This is due today. And I don't want to focus too much on punishing. 1, because I don't feel that self-punishment is in alignment with where I want to go moving forward. And 2, I want to focus on rewarding the behavior that I do well, that I want to continue doing, not draw my attention to the behavior that I don't like. Trying to be nicer to myself. But that's the thing. Not trying to be nicer to myself, being nicer to myself. Moving forward now, from this point forward, we are nice to ourselves. We reward for good behavior. And good behavior is finishing the tasks on the deadline. My deadlines for January: number 1, finish the first draft by January 31st. Number 2, move once daily and have a new vegetable a week. Number 3, 31 nights of reading before bed. Great. So, some rewards that I can do on a weekly basis for that are doing a new hike, having a movie night, doing a new workout class. I went through ChatGPT and asked it to give me a list of things that I can do to reward myself for certain behaviors. And I specifically asked it to not have anything that has to do with food or with buying items. I don't want my rewards to ever be buying into consumerism. And I also don't want to attribute any value of good or bad to my food intake moving forward. Each month that I'm successful in my endeavors, I want to give myself one big reward to look forward to. My thought is that this reward will be something so juicy, so delectable, that I'll be thinking about it to propel myself forward. This is something that I brought forward with my habit tracker Poncho, which I'm still working on. Still working on it. It's taking a little bit longer than I wanted it to take, but that's okay. We're taking it one day at a time. We're being nice to ourselves. So this idea for a big reward, the one that I have right now, is doing a solo trip. So this can be a solo backpacking trip. This can be a solo camping trip. This can be a drive down the coast. This can be a flight to one of the cities that my main character visits. This can be visiting my aunt. This can be whatever. A trip that I can plan and look forward to. I love travel. So these are the things that I'm doing in order to get my shit together. This is getting my life together. This is starting off on the right foot. These are all things that I'm doing to get this, to continue this momentum that I've been working on with this channel in creating the life that I want to live. And I feel that recently I have been very successful at changing my mindset to be more energized about it. I'm very excited. That's day 29. Thank you so much for joining. You're welcome to subscribe if you want to. No one's stopping you. And I will see you later for day 30. 30! Isn't that crazy? It's only been 30 days. I'm just kidding. It's definitely been about 3 months. But we're working on it. Taking it one day at a time. Okay, toodles!